A San Antonio police officer is stable and out of surgery after being shot during a traffic stop overnight. Police say a DWI officer pulled over a car near Loop 410 and Marbach Road about just after 1 this morning. As officers approached the car, the passenger opened fire and one officer was hit. Police say the driver got out of the car, but the passenger moved to the driver's seat and took off. The car was found abandoned, but the shooter is still on the loose. As we continue with our full winter weather coverage, we're zooming out and looking at how the storm system is affecting much of the United States. The results hitting airlines hard. Take a look at this. There were nearly 6,600 delays and 1,400 canceled flights today throughout the U.S. because of the winter weather. And these issues at the airport expected to continue over the next few days. Luckily, here in San Antonio, we're not seeing many delays. But if you're traveling to, say, Chicago, New York, Denver, or D.C., make sure you're checking your flight status before heading to the airport. 35 states are facing winter advisories or warnings from storm systems stretching from California to Maine. This weather causing concern for the upcoming Iowa Republican caucus. Candidates urging supporters to brave the weather conditions and support them.
I'm a Florida boy, born and bred, and yet here I am in negative temperatures. I am not going to be canceled. If people are willing to come out and hear from me, I'm going to show up all the way until the end of this caucus.
It's going to be negative 15, but I'm going to be out there. And I want you to go out there. Monday matters. Your voice matters.
Monday's Iowa caucus will be the coldest on record as the 2024 presidential election season begins. Not that cold here, Mia, but
not negative 15 here. Yes, that is a key takeaway that we definitely should mention. But yes, very, very cold air, bitter cold is on our doorstep. You didn't know it was coming tomorrow. Probably was going to be a shell shock whenever you do walk outside because low 30s already. Light freeze is expected here in town, even upper 20s up into the hill country by wake up time tomorrow with the added cloud cover. So tomorrow is going to be generally cloudy. It's going to be breezy, which means with temperatures in the 30s, wind chills in the 20s are expected tomorrow. I do think we will climb above freezing briefly into the afternoon, not by much, but we'll top off in the mid 30s, around 35 by 3 to 4 o'clock. And then later on Sunday night and early Monday morning is when we are expecting the potential to find a little bit of freezing rain out there, which mainly will just be an issue for elevated surfaces, bridges, and overpasses. Most surface streets will be just fine, but still that's something to keep in mind along with just the cold. If you are stepping out Monday to the MLK March, dress very, very warm. Temperatures in the 20s through about lunchtime. Then we'll try to make our way into the low 30s. But I mean, Courtney, even with gusts upwards of 25 miles per hour, wind chills in the teens are expected for that march on Monday.
Yeah, good to talk about that because we know that we have that big march. The chairperson of the city's MLK Commission, though, says all systems are a go for the 37th annual MLK Junior March. San Antonio's march, the largest in the nation, so we know people are going to come out there. Members of the commission are watching the weather, but they want to make it clear that the MLK Day events are happening. The MLK March starts Monday morning at 10 o'clock at the MLK Academy. That's on Martin Luther King Drive. The march ends at Pittman Sullivan Park on Iowa Street off of New Braunfels Avenue. Well, this winter cold will affect everyone in our city, especially those without homes. Haven for Hope is looking to help those in need during this cold snap. Today, the nonprofit hosted a Share the Warmth donation drive. The drive focused on getting winter gear items like hats, gloves, and scarves and coats donated to the center that will go to helping people to stay warm over the next few days.
We are going to probably expect a little bit more people coming through to Haven, which is why we want to prepare for this winter snap with more winter gear so that they don't go without.
All right, get this. Haven for Hope had a goal of 1,000 winter items, and they surpassed it by far. They got over 1,600 coats and over 400 blankets. The organization is still counting up scarves, hats, and gloves. Just amazing to see our community turn out the way it does. The city and county also opening warming centers to help people stay safe over the next few days. On top of that, the city is opening what they're calling overnight resiliency centers. If transportation's an issue, VIA is offering you free rides for the city warming locations. How to catch a ride, locations, hours of operations, whatever you need to bring with you, All of that information can be found at ksat.com. There is more ahead. The warning signs of a failing battery in your car that you need to look out for as the temperatures drop. Plus, what you need to do to make sure your plants don't become a casualty of the Arctic air moving in. That's coming up after the break.
Our KSAT meteorologists forecast that Arctic air will arrive early Sunday with those freezing temps sticking around through midweek. So here's how you can best protect your plants. Since our plants think it's spring, many are blooming right now, but don't prune them back. The freeze will naturally kill the blooms and leaves, which will protect the plant's roots. Cover everything outside that you can, even your winter veggies, since this will be a hard freeze. I found that covering with cardboard during the 2021 freeze saved the majority of my established perennials, especially the natives. You can also cover with frost cloth, old sheets, or thick blankets. Stay away from plastic, it can burn your leaves. Potted plants and tropicals should be moved inside and placed near a window for light. If you move them into your garage for a couple days but fear they're going to need some light, invest in one of these UV lamps. They're not too expensive and you can get them on Amazon or at hardware stores. Cover your roses as a precaution. But if they are large and established like mine, for the most part, they should come back in the spring after they die back. These were able to survive the 2021 freeze. Don't worry about covering your sago palms. These will also come back like mine did after the 2021 freeze. Most importantly, give your plants a deep watering on Saturday before that freeze comes in. Here is the good news. Nature is resilient and you'll be surprised what actually survives and comes back in the spring. Happy gardening. I'm Sarah Costa, KSAT 12 News.
Once those coldest temperatures settle in this week, if you have to get out and drive during the winter weather, make sure you know how your car can be affected by this. The colder temperatures can cause low pressure in your tires. It can also crack belts and hoses in your engine and even kill your battery.
And cause the fluid inside to thicken, and then of course it's harder for the battery to turn over to run your vehicle.
Interesting things I didn't even know about. To be prepared, AAA says to pay attention to the warning signs of a failing battery. Those include your car not starting immediately and your lights becoming dimmer. If possible, keep your car inside in the garage when it's not in use. Make sure you turn off all lights and your wipers are turned off as well. And something we'll be keeping an eye on is our bridges. As Mia has been saying, any ice totals would be light, but if slick spots develop, it's best you know what to do. AAA recommends avoiding bridges and overpasses if possible, as these areas tend to ice quicker than other parts of the highway. And sometimes ice can be a little hard to see until it's too late.
If you do hit a slick spot, don't freak out. Don't slam on the brakes. Just try to steer and look in the direction you want your vehicle to go.
All right, and we mentioned this before. Obviously, so much of this is just precaution. We want to make sure everyone's ready because we're used to it not being super cold, but this is not a repeat of the 2021 freeze. I know we're all really still impacted by them.
Yeah, a lot of us, rightfully so, have a lot of trauma from that. I mean, it was very, very jarring. And yeah, it's not going to be anything close to 2021. As we were talking about earlier in the newscast, the intensity of the cold, not as bad as what we saw almost 3 years ago. The duration also not as long, and we don't have back-to-back, just crippling ice storms filtering across the Lone Star State. So that is the good news. But yes, very, very cold air is headed our direction, which we need to prepare for. And we do have that potential late tomorrow night and more so early Monday morning to find a little bit of light ice, which really just could make for a few slick spots out there on those elevated surfaces, bridges, and overpasses. So again, here are those big changes in terms of your headlines. Overnight, that Arctic air moves into the region, low 30s by sunrise tomorrow morning, and then Sunday, a much colder day. Highs just in the mid-30s, increasing cloud cover. It will be a bit breezy out there, so it will feel like the 20s for much of the day. Then as we head into tomorrow night and early Monday morning, that's when we could see a little bit of that freezing drizzle and some light freezing rain develop, which could leave a light glaze on those elevated surfaces on Monday. But then that works eastward into the afternoon, and we're just left both with the cold and a little bit of the wind by Tuesday and Wednesday mornings. Hard freezes expected by Tuesday. Wind chills in the single digits here in the Alamo City are expected. So that is dangerous. If you are stepping out early Tuesday morning, please be well aware of that and definitely dress very warm. So let's get you the latest in terms of temperatures, where that Arctic air is right now. You can see up into the Ozona area, now down to 32. It's 42 in Fredericksburg. We're still sitting at 48 here in San Antonio. It gets a little bit warmer the closer to the Rio Grande that you go, 55 in Cotulla and 54 out west in Del Rio. But just up to the north, we've got 20s, even some teens. Wichita Falls, Lubbock, still 2 degrees right now up in the Panhandle for our friends in Amarillo. This cold air is going to continue to work southward here over the next several hours. So by wake up time tomorrow, it's already settled in to the vast majority of south central Texas. So the latest timeline, yet again, by 1 o'clock in the morning, it's already pushed through the hill country, closing in on that 32-degree mark for places like Kerrville and Rock Springs. Then by 3 o'clock in the morning, it pushes through San Antonio. We're already into the upper 30s. Then by the time the sun comes up, it's cleared the vast majority of our area. We're down into the 30s now. Hondo, Pleasanton, Uvalde, low 30s here in San Antonio. So a light freeze is expected to kick off our Sunday. The cloud cover is with us, but I do still think we will rise above freezing into the afternoon with that forecast high around 35 by about 3 to 4 o'clock in the morning. But then by just after dinner time, already starting to see those temperatures drop yet again, low 30s, and eventually we'll bottom out in the mid 20s by Monday morning with that hard freeze expected. And that is that time frame and that window where we will be monitoring for a bit of freezing drizzle and some freezing light rain. Basically, what's going to happen is a disturbance is going to push across the state of Texas. That could spark up just enough energy as well as some moisture to see some of that develop out there on your authority radar. Again, accumulations are expected to be light. That is the key here by the time all is said and done, and it pushes eastward into Monday afternoon. But still, if you do have to hit the roadways really Monday morning, just be aware bridges and overpasses could develop some slick spots out there, and we could also see a little bit of light glaze on elevated surfaces, your decks, even your cars and things like that. You can see Monday we may struggle to climb out of the low 30s into the afternoon because of the cloud cover in place. Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, we are expecting more hard freezes near 20 by Tuesday morning, and Wednesday upper teens expected there. I also do want to focus on Tuesday. I know we've mentioned this a couple times beforehand, but with wind gusts pretty healthy out of the north, 30 to 35 miles per hour, it will feel like the single digits, maybe even wind chills below zero across portions of the hill country for a little bit before we finally start to warm things back up. Mid 40s Wednesday, 60s by Thursday. Not as cold into next weekend, but another front keeps that chill around. Courtney.
All right, thanks. We know kids are off on Monday, so hopefully by Tuesday you'll have it. You'll have the jacket.
We'll be ready at that point. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Mia. All right, Nick, just to say it simply, it was a fun afternoon for Houston Texans fans.
That's a perfect way to put it. The Houston Texans were making everybody happy with the way they played against the Cleveland Browns in today's wild card game. We're going to hear from the team after the dominant win. Plus, we're going to hear from the San Antonio Spurs on their tough game against the Chicago Bulls. That's not them, but you know what they look like. So stay with us.
Football coverage brought to you by Davis Law Firm.
Wild card weekend can get wild. Teams hoping to make it to the next round of the NFL playoffs, and the Houston Texans were looking to do just that, hosting the Cleveland Browns this afternoon. After the teams traded touchdowns in the first quarter, Kareem Hunt taking the shovel pass straight up the middle of the Texans defense and in for the touchdown. But how about this answer from C.J. Stroud, dumping it off to Brevin Jordan, who uses his blockers and then turns on the Jets for a 76-yard touchdown, and NRG Stadium in Houston is going wild. The Texans would put on a 10-point lead into halftime, and in the second half, the defense wanted to have some fun. Joe Flacco trying to throw it away, but Steven Nelson picks it off. He's going to take this one 82 yards to the house as the Texans dominated this wild card game, winning 45-14. And head coach D'Amico Ryans had a special message to his team in the locker room.
We're here. We talk about our moment. We talk about opportunity. Now, the biggest thing is, what do you do with it? right? And it was all about just going out and just finishing, continuing to execute, continuing to finish, and that's what we did. We knew in the playoffs, games flipped at halftime. So if guys stayed locked in and stayed focused, and that's what we did. That's what I love about our team. Everybody was focused. Everybody was calm. We executed the proper way.
The Texans will have to wait to see who wins Monday night's AFC wildcard game between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills to see who they're going to play next week. If you haven't heard, the San Antonio Spurs are on a 2-game winning streak, and they look to make it 3 in a row, hosting former Spur DeMar DeRozan and the Chicago Bulls on Martin Luther King night. No Victor Wembanyama tonight. He's resting after a stellar game last night. The point guard Trey Jones stepped up, knocking down the 3 in the quarter. He was on fire, scoring a career-high 30 points. DeRozan throwing his weight around and pump faking Jeremy Sohan for 2 of his 20 points. The Bulls had an 18-point lead in the third quarter, but the Spurs tied it thanks to Keldon Johnson with the 3. But with less than a minute to play, Nikola Vucevic knocks down the corner 3 to seal it as Chicago would go on to win it 122-116. But Trey Jones, what was working for you tonight?
Shots were open, and I took them and made them. It wasn't anything specific. They're playing off of me a lot, and obviously know that I like to pass and get my teammates involved. So I'm just trying to take my shot when it was there, make them respect it. Shot was feeling good and going in, so that's always a good feeling. But as a team, we play really well, and it sucks not to get that win.
In college sports, Texas head football coach Steve Sarkisian signed a 4-year contract extension, which will keep him in Austin through the 2030 season. An extension also comes with a pay bump. He was making about $6 million a year. Now he'll make about $10 million annually, and the Longhorns are going to look to make it back to the college football playoffs. Courtney, I know you love that.
Yeah, we will. We gotta keep it going now.
Already predicting it for next year.
I mean, let's not get ahead of ourselves, okay? I don't want to jinx anything.
There you go.
I'm proud of us this year. That's all that matters.
Right on.
Thanks so much, Nick, and thanks for always ending on the Longhorns.
Of course, I do it.
Sweet of you.
I'm so nice.
We'll be right back.
All right, let's get you one final check here at temperatures as this cold air starts to approach from the north, now down to 36 in Kerrville, 34 in Junction. Meanwhile, we are sitting at 50 degrees here in San Antonio. Light freeze tomorrow, much colder into the weekend, mid-30s for those afternoon highs. A little bit of patchy light ice possible by early Monday morning. Hard freezes Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and those wind chills in the single digits by early Tuesday.
Get that Weather Authority app on your phone.
Yes.
Thanks so much for watching. GMSA starts at 6. Have a great night.